What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video, and in this video I'm going to be recapping the matchup between the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. A game in which I think if you were being realistic, you expect the Giants to lose. I will say the final score is not indicative of how close this game really was. The Giants defense played their asses off. If you didn't watch this game, you look at the final score, you say, oh, 35-14, it's what I expected. They cover the spread. And speaking of the spread, I'll get into that in a minute. It kind of makes me question the legitimacy of the NFL. I'm not saying the Patriots wouldn't have won this game. They absolutely would have won this game. But at the end of the game, there were a lot of questionable things that makes me either think that the NFL is rigged in terms of the point spread or Pat Shurmur doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Now, I'm not blaming this loss on Pat Shurmur. We're going to lose this game no matter what. Daniel Jones without all his weapons, I'm not going to get too much into Daniel Jones. I'm not going to rip into him. Now, he made some throws that were highly questionable. But I'll start with the defense. As far as the Giants defense goes, you couldn't have asked for a better effort. I mean, the Patriots had the ball for nearly 40 minutes in this football game. They wore them out over the course of the game. They dominated the time of the possession because the Giants' offense couldn't get anything going. They had one touchdown, and it was a 70-yard strike to Golden Tate. Other than that, they couldn't move the football. Hillman had a couple of nice carries. The offensive line actually did a pretty good job in pass protection, but overall, Daniel Jones played awful, which is what I expected. Rookie quarterback without his weapons going up against a mastermind in Bill Bellicheck. You got to expect that going into this game. The Giants defense, though, David Mayo, we'll start with him, was all over the football field. Great lateral quickness, was showing great ability to make some big plays in the run game. And Mayo, I think, has earned a starting spot going forward. He played great in this football game, and he was a standout. I think he had 13 tackles, and it wasn't just like nonsense tackles. He had some tackles for losses. He was all over the football field. He even came up with a half a sack. The Giants continue to get pressure on the quarterback, and this was an encouraging performance from the defense. Like it or not, I mean, you can bash the Giants all you want. Janoris Jenkins had a great interception. For the most part, Jenkins was good in coverage throughout the night. DeAndre Baker was okay. He made one really nice open field tackle in the game. They got burnt as the game went along because of the time of possession. They wore down, but they got a pass rush. Lorenzo Carter came up with a beautiful sack where he stripped Brady, and Marcus Golden, who also had a half a sack in this football game, picked it up and ran it in for a score. The defense played really well. They really did. Like I said, Jenkins played good. Marcus Golden played good. Dalvin Tomlinson, an unsung hero. He got great penetration all night. He was bottling up the middle. Dalvin Tomlinson looked really good in this game. He had 7 tackles from the nose tackle position. Grant Haley made a couple of nice open field tackles. Yeah, we got burnt a little bit, right? Antoine Bethea looked lost. If you're going to pick out one guy in the defense who played really bad, it was Antoine Bethea. But overall, when you factor in that 14 of those 35 points came on a punt, that the punter screwed up. It wasn't even really blocked. And an interception where they had the ball on the Giants' 25-yard line. The fact that the Giants couldn't move the ball at all on offense, this Giants defense played as good as you possibly could have hoped in this game. They kept the Giants in the game. I mean, for God's sakes, the Giants trailed by 7 at halftime with the ball. Giants on offense, at the end of the day, you're missing Sterling Shepard. You're missing Saquon Barkley. You're missing Evan Ingram. You're missing Wayne Gallman. You're down to Ronnie Hillman and Penny in the backfield. Golden Tate was the lone great performer, right? Golden Tate caught the 70-yard touchdown pass. He had over 100 yards after complaining about not being utilized in the offense. Golden Tate played well. Other than him, not much. The offensive line played pretty good, I thought. I thought they did good in blitz protection. For the most part, yes, they wore down over the course of the game, but I thought for the most part, the offensive line played pretty good. They opened up some holes in the running game. Daniel Jones looked lost, and I expected him to. You know, he made a couple of really bad throws. He had 3 interceptions. Could have had 4. Did not play well in this game. Did not. Even the ball that he threw to Tate, which was a good throw, but even that ball, the defender got a hand on it. Could have been picked off or damn near close, and Golden Tate made a great adjustment to pull that ball in and run after the catch. Yeah, Dan Jones not play good, but you expect that with a rookie quarterback. That's what we got with Eli Manning. Eli Manning struggled mightily his rookie season with the New York Giants, and he learned from it. This was a game going in 3 days to prepare, going up against the New England Patriots on the road, Bill Bellicheck. What do you expect? I mean, really, at the end of the day, the good news from this game is the defense did look really strong against a very good offense on the road, and it gives me some encouragement going forward for the rest of the season. Yes, the Giants are 2-4. I'm going to be live streaming that Cowboy game. Hopefully the Jets can come up with a win, and Minnesota, of course, at home against the Eagles stands at least a decent chance to pull up a victory there. If that were to happen, the Giants would only be 1 out with the Patriot game already in the bank. Those two teams still have not played the Patriots. You figure they would lose. I would look at it almost as a tie in the division. Obviously, we need a lot to happen. I don't expect the Jets to beat the Cowboys at home. We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, we get some help this Sunday. But going into this game, I said in my preview video, we had a snowball chance in hell, and the final score was not indicative of the game. The Giants kept this a lot closer than what the final score shows you. The defense, A+. Offense, not good. But I can't really give them a real grade because they were missing their entire team on offense, right? So it was a tough game. You knew going in. In terms of me questioning the league, I mean, at the end of that game, Giants were down 14 points. I think they had about 7 minutes to go with 2 timeouts, maybe 3, I can't remember. But Pat Shurmur punts it on 4th and 2 from his own, I want to say 32. But you're down 2 scores there with 7 minutes to go. You got to go for that. He punts it. He then proceeds to use his timeouts after you thought he threw the game. Patriots go down, score a touchdown to cover the spread. Then the Giants get the ball back, and I say, okay, hopefully Daniel Jones can have a positive drive, maybe get us a touchdown, or at least move the ball so we can get something going into next week. Daniel Jones throws up a pass with about 3 minutes to go that is a clear pass interference. The guy gets held 10 yards down the route, and then he gets clearly interfered with. Pat Shurmur challenges it, and they don't overturn it. I mean, if that's not pass interference, nothing's going to get overturned. It was a clear pass interference. So those are some of the things that make me question the legitimacy of the league sometimes. I mean, what are you looking at if you're the referees there? Pat Shurmur, I mean, why don't you go for it on 4th and 2? I didn't understand that decision either. Again, I'm not going to blame Pat Shurmur for this loss. I mean, I'm nitpicking there at the end of the game. Shurmur did not call a great game, but he did what he could. I mean, he had nobody out there against the best defense in football. Coming in, this team had 11 interceptions. They now have 14 as they got 3 off the arm of Daniel Jones, and they continue to get after the quarterback. And I think they had, coming in, this team had 24 sacks. So you really do have to give the Giants offensive line a lot of credit. They only came up with 1 sack in this football game. Coming in, they're averaging 5 sacks a game. The Giants held them to 1, and they did open up some holes there in the running game. But yeah, I would say the offensive line played well. Golden Tate played well, and the defense as a whole played really well. We just went up against a great football team, and we had a rookie quarterback who, needs to learn the game more. And, he will. He'll take his bumps as he goes, and we got Arizona up next. It should be a winnable game. Hopefully we get Saquon Barkley back, and we can come up with a win and get to 3-4, and maybe we get something going there in the second half. I'm taking positives from this game. I really am. It's a 21-point loss, but it's not nearly as bad as the final score. As always, if you liked what you watched, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.